I braided this style a few days ago, and then when I was done braiding, like I went to check my phone to like start editing the style and whatnot. Do you know what I found? The footage had actually deleted itself. I don't know how that happened, and it's actually the second time such a thing is happening to me. But you guys, I was so disappointed. I literally just started crying. Oh my god, I was like ugly crying, tears rolling down my face, being like, oh my god, how could this happen to me again? And the worst thing is that I don't even know how to avoid it. I think like just my software has an issue, or it's just something that's normal. I don't know, but yeah, it was very disappointing. I cried, but because I was done with the style, there was nothing I could do. Literally, crying wasn't going to bring back the footage, so I just had to suck it up. I wore the style for about 4 days. I took it out today because I wanted to redo the style. And so while I was disappointed that my phone kind of deleted the footage, I was like, I don't mind shooting the video again, and so I might as well do it again. So I took the style out, and then today I'm just retracing my steps, and that is why when you see me parting my hair, I'm doing it very easily, and that's because I did the style previously. This is actually the third time that I'm wearing this style. The first time I wore it in a different way. So instead of like having my natural hair out, I had like the half part of my head braided in mini twists, and then for the front part, what I did was just put the rubber bands. That was the first time, and it actually came out really nice. That video on YouTube and TikTok, it had a great time. Like, it did really well. I don't know why, because I think that the style came out this time a lot better than it did the previous times. But hey, and the second time obviously that I did this style was when the footage deleted itself, and then now the third time, and I feel like the third time is the charm, because for me, in my personal opinion, I feel like this style has come out a lot better this time around than it did the previous 2 times. But hey, to each his own. Also, I think that the benefit of me having to do this style the third time, or like redoing it the third time after the second time, is when I did it a few days ago, there's a possibility that I did not braid some parts well, but now I'm able to rectify my mistakes and like make the style a lot better than I was able to the previous time. So that's why I think that the third time is the charm. What I love the most about this style is the fact that it's a very low manipulation hairstyle for me. So basically, all I do is braid the front, and the back I just leave it as it is. So when you look at me, when I braided this style, it's like a party at the front. But when I take the back out, oh my god, you would never have guessed like what it looks like. So yeah. And despite the fact that the front part of my hair is actually like the weakest, the strands easily break, I've learned over time to work around that weakness that I have, that my hair has. Like, I'm able to manipulate my hair. I know what to do to prevent breakage. I know like how to protect my hair. And so yeah, with hairstyles like this, even though it requires me to manipulate the front, like I don't have to struggle with the back part, because you guys, the back part of my hair is coarse. It's very difficult to comb. I don't know, it's like steel wool, but then also it's the strongest. The strands are strong and they are very resistant to breakage. I can pull and pull and pull, and like they're not breaking, but then I just don't want to deal with the coarseness of the back part of my hair. And so that's why I choose hairstyles like this that require most of the styling or manipulation to occur at the front. I also chose this style because of how vibrant it is. It's so cute. It's a very beautiful style. And why I love colorful hairstyles is usually when I'm down and I braid in a colorful hairstyle, like at the end of the session, and I usually call them therapy sessions because they help me deal with my emotions, process my emotions, and then they also help me uplift my mood. So by the time I'm done braiding the hairstyle, I feel so much happier, I feel so much lighter, and I'm in usually a much better mental place after than I was at the beginning of like the process of braiding in my hair. And the theory that braiding my hair in bright colored hairstyles helps boost my mental health has been backed by a variety of research studies. And I found an article written on the website called realsimple.com that said, from a more psychological standpoint, humans are impacted by a concept called enclothed cognition. In quotes, they said this theory is grounded in the idea that our hairstyles and clothes can impact our feelings and behaviors, and therefore the colors that we wear can influence our mood. And it's for that reason that whenever I do get the chance of braiding a cute hairstyle that has colorful rubber bands, I take the opportunity because it helps me a lot emotionally. It's like an emotional support system for me. And by the way, the first time that I saw this girl, I actually found her on Pinterest. That's why I found this picture. I thought this picture was AI generated because it looked so, I don't know, fake. I don't know if it's because it's so colorful, but I thought this was AI generated. I came to find out that this girl was real about a few days ago, maybe 5 days ago. I was looking through YouTube searching for some crisscross rubber band hairstyles, just at random, like nothing too specific. I was just mindlessly scrolling. You can imagine my shock when I just stumbled across this girl's channel. I was like, oh my god, like this girl is real. And funny enough, she used a thumbnail that is on the video is this same exact picture. So I clicked and I was like, oh my god, damn, I couldn't have been more wrong. Like, this is a real person. Of course, I went and I watched her channel. I watched her video, this one, speaking about this hairstyle specifically. And if you want, I'm going to be linking it down below in the description box. Go and check her out. And I watched it and I realized that the way that she installed her hairstyle is very different from the way that I'm installing mine. So basically what she did was she applied two rubber bands like on the second row of her hair. She did not like protect style her hair or braid it in some kind of mini twists before putting the rubber bands. She just put the rubber bands straight onto her hair, just like that. Also, like instead of putting her hair in pigtails, she put hers in like a very big top bun, and she also added some extension hair. The bun at the top of her head or on the top of her hair was actually some form of extension, a weave or something of that nature. I didn't really understand it. I was only interested in the parts that had rubber bands, but go and check her out. If you want, you can install the way that she installed because it was really cute and it was very interesting, but I wasn't interested in that. People usually ask me why I put mini twists or some kind of twists or braid hairstyles in my hair before applying the rubber bands, and it's simply because the very first time that I wore a rubber band hairstyle, what happened to me was I wore the style. It was cute and all, but you guys, when it was time to take out the rubber bands, that's when the real party started. I damn near cried. Oh my goodness, I literally had to cut those bands out to protect my hair because it was either the rubber bands were to survive or my hair strands were to survive. And you guys, I wasn't putting my hair on the line for some damn rubber bands. I had to cut them out because every time I tried to pull out the rubber bands, it was so painful. They were getting so tangled into my hair strands. And I was like, wow, this was really a fox. I used to watch videos and I would see people putting in rubber bands, and I thought at the end of the style, when you're done, you just simply take out the rubber bands and it's a breeze. Like, it's an easy process. You guys, wow, like people really do show only the best parts on social media, because real talk, when it was time for me to take out those rubber bands, it was a struggle. Like, I kept on hearing my hair, because you can feel your hair snapping. I kept on hearing my hair strand snapping, and it's at the very front of my hair. On my hairline, those strands are very weak. I can't risk losing any more hair strands than I have. I didn't even know, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to wear a rubber band hairstyle again because of what I went through. I was like, nah, this is not it. But a few days later, I discovered the trick of using twists, like first to protect my hair from breakage by putting it in twists and then just putting the rubber bands on top and wrapping them around 2 to 5 times depending on how thick the section of hair is. And then, like, when it's time to take out the hairstyle, I just pull out the rubber bands and take out the twist, and it's an easy process. So I was like, this is how I'll keep wearing rubber band hairstyles anytime I feel like it, instead of like just putting the rubber bands onto my hair without like first protecting my strands. That will never happen. And to finish up the style, I applied hair gel onto my edges, and the gel that I used was Eco Styler gel, but that is an unnecessary step. I feel like I also do not recommend putting gel because gel has like a drying effect on hair, so over time you'll start to feel like your hair strands are dry, and then also gel turns hair brown. There was a time when I was using gel consistently when I just gotten introduced to hair gel. I was like obsessed with it because of how good it made the edges lay, but over time I realized that my hair was turning a little bit brown. Also, when I would go to comb it or brush it, I would feel like my edges are breaking off. So yeah, I was like, I need to lay off this gel. Another substitute for hair gel would be oil. So you can get oil or any type of grease, apply it on your edges, comb it out using a brush, and then lay using any cloth material. And honestly, I think cotton is good, or you can just use a silk. Whatever you have used, it works just as well. And then by the time you take it out, your hair is just fine. And I wore this hairstyle for about 4 days because usually when it comes to hairstyles where I have my hair out, I don't play about those because my hair can very easily get all tangled up and become a matted mess. And you guys, I was just watching videos that I made in January where I was telling myself at the end of the year, I'm going to be recording videos showing my hair growth journey through the year. And you guys, I've been able to grow my hair a lot more than I was able to in the previous years. And that has been mostly because of low manipulation hairstyles like these. Also, I think I'm going to be making a trimming. I'm going to actually be making a trimming video showing you how I trim my ends because I want to finish the hair off in a bang. But that is it for this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.